So for the first DIY, we're going to be making some cute little pillows. So you're going to need a glue gun, some polyfill to fill the pillowcase with, and some fabric of your choice. I bought these pre-cut squares from Walmart. You can probably find any fabric from any fabric store or craft store, and you just want to make sure they are cut into 2 equal parts. These were already pre-cut, like I said, so it made it a lot easier. They were wrinkly, so I had to iron them. So to start this pillowcase off, you want to glue the little squares together, but you want to make sure, if you are doing 2 different sides of the pillow, that you want the print to be facing each other when you're gluing it, because you're going to be turning the pillow inside out so that the sides are nice and clean and so that they aren't showing any, messy glue. So like I said, you want to glue the prints facing each other, and you want to just work in really small sections. Make sure to only glue 3 sides, because we want to leave 1 section open because we're going to be stuffing the pillow with that. So just work in really small sections. Now this is when you're going to turn your pillowcase inside out, and as you will see, you have your little pretty pillowcase, and now you are just going to stuff it. So I'm just going to grab my polyfill and stuff it until I think there's enough stuffing in there. You just want to stuff it and then feel around and see if you want to add more, and you get the gist. So now it's time for the trickiest part, which is to close the pillow, and we want it to look nice and clean like this. So the easiest way to do this is to keep your ends folded under. So while I was gluing it, I wanted to keep it shut. So I took a bobby pin and just pinned the edges on each side while I was gluing it. And then once I glued it, I would remove the bobby pin, but just to keep the sides folded while I was gluing each little section, it made it a lot easier. So you just want to apply some glue on one side of the folded edge and then pinch both sides together. And once you get to the bobby pin, you can take the bobby pin out, but I found that the bobby pin really helped everything stay nice and clean. And there you have it. Now you have your own pillow that nobody else has, and it's cool because it's 2 different colors, and then I also made this other one that also has 2 different colors. So I think they were just really cute and super, super fun and just easy to make. For this next DIY, I wanted some cute little canvas art to hang up in my room or wherever I decide to hang it up, and I wanted the color scheme to be all the same, so I stuck with gold and black. You can choose whatever color scheme you want and whatever stencils you want. So this stencil is from Michaels and this brush is too, and you just want to tape your stencil down and take some acrylic paint, and you want to just stipple it and kind of dab it onto the stencil. You do not want to rub, because then the paint will slide underneath the stencil and it'll look messy, which in this case, this happened to me, but it actually looks kind of cool. It looks really lived in, and I kind of like the way that looked. So I wanted to do the middle section with some black. So you're going to repeat the same process and just be very gentle, stipple it on, take your time, and make sure everything is covered and filled out nicely. So this is what it looks like before I remove the stencil. It looks really sloppy because the stencil has paint all over it, but once you remove it, you will see that it looks really cool and unique, and I just really like the way it looks. It looks really lived in, and just, I love the colors. I love the black and the gold together. I think they look so nice, and yeah, so that's the first canvas finished. So for the next canvas, I'm going to paint this little one black because we're going to be doing some letter stenciling. And so you just want to cover this in whatever color you want, and then you want to let it dry. I am very impatient, so I put it by my fireplace and it dried really fast. This is acrylic paint, so it does dry pretty quickly. So once it's dry, I'm going in with some stencil letters, and I'm going to take this little sponge brush because it's a little bit smaller and precise, and I'm just going to dab some white paint into this, and I'm going to be spelling love. So I just did this, but you should probably wait if you're going to do, you know, a stencil with letters. You have to be very careful. That's my boyfriend helping me out. He's holding the camera and trying to hold the stencil, so I'm sorry if it's a little shaky, but I'm just being very gentle and making sure to not mess up the other letters. And like I said, you should probably wait for each letter to dry, but I'm very impatient. So once you finish that, it should look something like this, and I just love the way these look together. So for this last canvas, I wanted to do something cute and different, and I didn't have any stencils like this, so I just pulled up a picture and I just drew it, you know, by hand. I actually really like to draw, so I enjoy doing this, but if you're someone that can't draw, you can always use a stencil or print out something like this and just trace it. So I just filled these in the colors that I wanted. I wanted the birds to be black and the little gold heart to match with the other canvases. And then I did some freehand lettering on top and just filled that in. And I love the way it came out. I think these three canvases look so cute together and they just match really nicely. And yeah, I think it's just really fun to do your own little canvas design. And like I said, you can create anything you want, any color schemes you want, you can do any patterns you want. It's just fun. Just have fun with it. Create your own. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the DIY. So yeah, I'm just filling this in, being very gentle when I'm filling this and part in, because that was probably the hardest part because I want it to be very thin and I couldn't find a small enough brush, so I had to be really careful. For the next DIY, we're going to decorate your first name initial, and you could just put this anywhere. I want to put it at my station at work, and I wanted to do the theme of like purple and silver, so I found all this stuff at Michael's. You could just use some Modge Podge for the glue and glitter and whatever like little flowers you want or any decoration you want, and I'm just painting this with some Modge Podge and like a little paintbrush, and you want to make sure everything is covered. And then you're going to go in with whatever glitter you choose and just cover that. Once that's done, I'm going to put some more of the Modge Podge on the sides of the V, and I'm going to cover those with some purple glitter. You can choose whatever color you desire. So unfortunately, the rest of my footage for this section of the DIY would not save to my iMovie, so all I did was hot glue gun these pretty purple and white flowers onto the V, and that is about it. So for this DIY, we are going to be making some cute little mason jars for your brushes or for cotton balls or for anything you want to fill inside. So I just got some spray paint at Michael's, and you want to do this either outside or in your basement, and you want to put something down while you're spraying it, and you just want to do one coat at a time and let it dry, or else if you just load a bunch of spray paint, it's going to drip and dry really bad. So just do it layer by layer and you will have a nice even coat. To decorate the lid, I went in with some Mod Podge and some pink glitter, and this is going to go over the blue jar. And so yeah, you just want to put some glue on there and then put the glitter. And the blue lid that you see right there with the crystal, I actually found that at Michael's near the mason jars, so it went perfect with the theme I was going for. So this video took so long to make, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.